What's going on, guys? Romer the Romer here. I'm out on my car seats. I'm starting a new episode called Car Seats Q&A. This might be my first and last episode. This might be my first episode out of hundreds. Pretty soon I might bring people on the show. As you can see, we actually have room for two more. So currently it's just me, and I'm out here on my back porch of my apartments on my car seats. Why the hell are my car seats in my car? And before anyone joins this Q&A, I'm going to give you guys an overview of why I have car seats on my back porch. The reason why, and for those of you just now joining, go ahead and comment some questions you want answered. That can be book related, travel related, anything you want. Go ahead and ask them. But I used to live in my car, so I traveled around the country. I took out the car seats in my Toyota Corolla and I put a bed down. I pimped out the inside of my car. I insulated it. I made it livable, and I lived in it for 3 months, traveling to California, went to Washington State, went to New Mexico. I saw the whole Wild West. And the whole time I was doing it, I was selling books on Amazon. I would go into thrift stores, libraries, and I'd ship everything FBA. So without further ado, ask some questions, and let's get this first episode of Car Seat Talk under my belt. Okay? Comment a guest you would like to see on here as well. Invite someone to sit on my car seats on my back porch. How many books do you list a month? Good question. We listed about 2,000 in July. I think we listed about 2,000 to 2,500 in August. And we're already at 1,400 this month, and it's only September 11th. So we've listed 1,400. Should put us on track for at least 3,000. I'm hoping to hit 4,000 this month, and then every month after that, I want to hit 6,500 per month. So we might even hit 6,500 per month this month. But our ASP is going through the roof. So in order to hit my 500K sales goal, we don't have to send in quite as many as I thought, but I calculated that we have to send in 6,500 books a month in order to reach that sales goal. So that is question number one. Let's see who else we got in here. Junk Man, what's going on? Interview Obama. Hey, you drop his phone number, I'll reach out to him as soon as possible. Let's see. Hey, Avery, you got any tips for negotiating consignment deals with libraries? So when it comes to negotiating with libraries, you have to frame yourself as someone who is going to get the books back into readers' hands. And as far as consignment goes, negotiating consignment, talk to someone important, talk to the decision maker, the president, the head librarian. A lot of times you'll be dealing with friends groups, so talk to the president of the friends group, and then write out a plan, have a clear cut in writing what exactly is going to happen. Is it going to be a 50-50 split, 25-75 split? What's happening? What are their duties? What are your duties? Are you having them scan the books beforehand? Are you going in and just cherry picking before the library sale? What's going on? And then propose it to them. Be a good person. Be honest. Look them square in the eye. And best of luck. If you guys want a book on negotiation, there's a great one. It's by Chris Voss. Never split the difference. I have used that book, so many negotiation techniques in that book over the last several months, and it's helped me out so much. So if you guys get anything from watching this video, if you guys are rewatching this video, definitely open up your notes right now if you're on iPhone. I don't know what the hell Android people have, but write never split the difference. That book's on Audible. Here's a pro tip. If you guys aren't using Overdrive, you can rent books for free from your public library. All you need is a library card. So great audiobook, great. I never read the book as a physical book, but great audiobook. Sometimes audiobooks are better than regular books because they have like more details. But anyway, write that in your notes and go listen to that. If you guys plan on scaling a business at all, the more you scale, the more you're going to have to negotiate. So make sure you have those skills. Junkman says, can you run Scout IQ without attaching it to Amazon account? Yes, you can. if you email them, if you email their support team for MWS credentials, even if you don't have an Amazon Pro account, they'll hook you up with MWS credentials, and someone who just is like a regular Amazon seller, not even a professional seller, can use Scout IQ. Yo, says Michael Cadis. What's going on? Michael Cadis is up in Chicago. Do you plan on buying a place? Not anytime soon. Right now, as my name states, I'm Romer the Roamer. I'm going to be roaming around the whole damn world for the next 10, 15 years. So I don't want to have a place yet. Will that change in the future? Maybe. One of my good friends, Rake and Profit, he's getting lots of, what's it called, duplexes. And he lives in one right now, but he's looking at buying more properties. And that's definitely interesting to me, like the whole rent game. But right now, my book business is my focus. I've been making a killing off my book business. It's been growing. And for me to dedicate that much mental energy to another hustle, it would just take away from my book business. So I don't want to do that right now. When something breaks in my apartment, I can just take a picture of it, email it to the leasing company. Not leasing company. Is it leasing company? The leasing office, and they will come and fix it. I don't have to think twice about it. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to hire, Bob around the corner to come fix my oven. It's zero. Like right now, my time is so valuable on my social media and on my book business. I need to focus 100% energy on this. So, yeah. How much are you paying in monthly and long-term storage fees? I'm not sure. I have about 4,000 units in inventory right now, and my turn rate is over 20%. So I'm selling. My sell-through rate is over. My sell-through rate's almost 100% right now because it's textbook season. I sold like 3,500 books this season. So I'm not really sure how to answer that, but my guess would be whatever the average storage fee is per book times 4,000, maybe. Katie Morgan says, I don't think so. Katie, you're wrong. You can use Scout IQ if you don't have an Amazon account. You just need to email them for MWS credentials, which is pretty cool of them to do that. What's your consignment site? Is it only for books? Are you doing CDs and DVDs? I am doing CDs, DVDs, popular textbooks, DC comics, Disney books, maybe not Disney items in general. Right now I'm only doing media items, but I'm ungated in Disney. So yeah, all those. Junkman says, thanks, I have a ton of books and financially might not be able to get an Amazon account. Junkman, what do you do again? Remind me, because you're always on my live. I assumed you were an Amazon seller. Yeah, so my advice is if you're not a professional seller and you have an Amazon account, it's fine. Don't become a professional seller until you have over 40 sales a month, because they take a $1 closing fee. So once you're selling over 40 books a month, it actually is cheaper to be a professional account because they'll waive that $1 fee. May need you to come to Arkansas for a few days and we can scan and ship my hoard. Hey, DM me, man. DM me on Instagram, comment below on here. Probably Instagram will be better. And send me a couple pictures of what you got that might be of interest to me. If you guys ever have book leads, especially textbooks, if you guys know where a lot of textbooks are, I will drive across the country to help you with them. So if you guys know of a big source, maybe a bookstore closing down or whatever, hit me up. We can do business together. And I'll teach you a lot in the process. Maybe you'll teach me a lot. You never know. I'll teach you some salsa moves for sure, though. I know that much. What's the minimum amount of money you should have to do a road trip, live in a car? It's a great question. It's a great question. Enough money for gas. Enough money for gas. Bare bones. I'm talking hobo lifestyle. If you have enough money for gas and enough money for one meal a day, $10 a day, I personally think you could have less than $500 and do it. Now you got to get raunchy. I was going to Holiday Inn Expresses, and don't sue me, Holiday Inn Express, if one of the CEOs is watching this, but I'd go in every morning and I would eat free breakfast at Holiday Inn Express. Best Western was also really good. That's free food, free breakfast. Some people consider it stealing. I don't, because they're going to throw away the food anyway. Be a good person, have good conversation with the employees, get the ins and outs of the touristy spots around town. Just be a good person. You can have a huge breakfast. I recommend drinking lots of coffee. It'll suppress your appetite for the next 6 hours at least. Then use that $10 to get a meal at nighttime. If you want to get really raunchy, you could go to Little Caesars and eat their pizza from the trash can. Sleep in Walmart parking lots. Make sure you're getting good sleep. When it comes to inventory cost, I had a 0% credit card. Most of you guys could get a couple thousand in credit starting out. Just apply Bank of America, Chase, apply to these bigger companies and you can get a 0%. It's free money, guys. And if you're smart about purchasing inventory, go out and buy inventory with that. Or recently, we've been on a kick of getting free books. Shout out Matt Adolph. Katie Reeds, who's in here as well, she's been killing it doing that. So really, there could be zero inventory cost, which is going to cost you more in gas because you have to drive to people's houses, do free book pickups from people's houses, make an ad. Shout out Clutter Guy from Wisconsin. Make an ad that says, we are a declutter service that will come and pick up your books for free, and we will get them back into readers' hands. And if you do those things, you can get free inventory, free breakfast, zero cost for a place to live because you're living in your car. You can really get a credit card, 0% interest for a year. You can, and if you're smart enough and you're driven enough and you know yourself to not be a, goofball and go buy alcohol, drugs, and all this other stuff, disciplined enough to work your ass off, you'll be all right in a couple months and you'll be able to buy yourself a place. And I'm not sure if any of you guys are in that situation. Hopefully not, but I think as young men, a lot of young men could be in that situation because a lot of young men are still living with their parents. They're not getting paid that much. And I just think overall it'd be a good experience for a lot of people. So if you guys do live in your car, shoot me a message, comment on this video. Hit me up on Instagram. I love it. There's been a couple people that have done it so far, and it's inspiring to me, to go back to bare bones lifestyle. Junkman says, or arrange a remote consignment deal. We could also do that, Junkman. If you guys ever want to do consignment with me, whether it's restricted inventory, I'll also do other forms of consignment with you guys. If you guys just don't feel like maybe you aren't Amazon sellers and you want to sell a lot of books, I'll help you. I'll help consign a bunch of inventory for you. I'll teach you how to decipher what's good to sell on Amazon and what's not, and then we can send it to my lister's house and we'll sell it on consignment for you guys. What are the benefits of creating YouTube and social media content for you? Well, starting out, the benefit was think out loud. Ed Sheeran. I'm thinking out loud. All right, I'm gonna stop. I think by talking, if you guys have not been able to tell, I get a lot of ideas out by just talking through them. That was number one. Number two was accountability. I would say something and I would go do it. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. Boom, I would go do it because I just said it on Facebook and my mom's friends from church saw it, so now I have to do it. Or maybe I posted on Instagram and my ex-girlfriend saw it, so now I definitely have to do it because I'm definitely going to prove her wrong. Whatever it is, and I'm not talking about any ex in particular. If you're watching this and you're feeling all special now because I'm talking about my ex-girlfriend and you think you're the ex-girlfriend, it's probably not you. It's actually theoretical. I would never do shit for my ex-girlfriend, okay? Accountability, for sure, 100%. Number three, which I kind of discovered along the way, and I just listen to Gary Vee because I trust that man. Super smart guy. He talks about documenting your journey and a lot of good things will come from it. Networking was a huge one. As I was traveling around the country, I would network with people and I would go buy them a beer, or they'd buy me a beer, and we'd sit down, we'd talk about books, and I'd find out they were doing something in their business different from the way I was doing it in my business, and we were able to trade super valuable information with each other. And then as time goes on, we're able to do business with each other. Maybe they have a book lead in Tennessee, or maybe they want to go on a business trip together and source books. Maybe they know about a hustle that I don't know about yet. Maybe there's an untapped market. And there's untapped markets I don't talk about on social media that I have found out through YouTube and through networking at these events. And now I'm tapping into them. Sometimes I tap into them and I'm like, this isn't for me, but it's very profitable, and I'm not going to spill the beans for all of them. But yeah, there's just infinite ways to make money out there. And just until recently, this kind of ties in with networking. I get a ton of books from social media. I started out getting a ton of books from my college friends. That's part of the reason why I posted so much on Snapchat, was to pull inventory from my friends. But until recently, I'm doing this restricted inventory thing where I'm selling. If you're a reseller and you can't sell popular textbooks, my accounts can. You guys ship them to me. The more I post, the more people that know about this service. It's a win-win. Of course, I'm getting 50%, so I'm going to keep posting about it. It's great money for me. And I also get to give back to you guys because it's a service. So, and I'm also doing business with like 100 of my followers, which is super awesome because it gets to show my true colors and their true colors, and we kind of get to know each other on a more intimate level. So, networking, advertising, that's why I post on social media now. I like to think of it more as networking, though. Yeah. I sell locally. I've been keeping everything that had good rank or few sellers or high price. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah. We could definitely work something out, junk man. Romer, what do you think of online arbitrage business model? Funny you ask that, Jeff. So, last night I shared a screenshot. I know a lot of you guys probably saw this on Instagram, of my friend, who I'm going to keep her name private, but I actually met her, to go back to networking, I met her at one of these Turn the Page events, which is an event put on by the creator of AcceleraList and the creator of Scout IQ, Caleb Roth and Travis. Caleb Roth's with Scout IQ, Travis is with AcceleraList. But I met her at one of these events, and we've stayed in touch for a long time. And she just did 135,000 in online arbitrage sales, and 100% textbooks. She's crushing it. And so what I think about the online arbitrage business, I think if you have the capital, not necessarily the money, not necessarily the cash up front, you've had a piggy bank. And again, I know a lot of young men are watching me and they don't have that much money yet. This chick had no money starting out. What she did was she got a loan from the bank. She got a $50,000. She started out with a $25,000 loan, and the year after that, after she paid it off, they gave her a $50,000 loan, and now she probably took out like $100,000. She knew she could make money. She had a business model that was proven. She would look at camel graphs, and she would look for seasonality in books. So when books go down in price, she would purchase them, and she would look for books that went down in the off season. So whenever it's not the start of fall and spring semester, and the book drops in price, she would make note of that. And if it did that for the past 5 years, it's likely to do it for the next 3 at least. It's likely to do it for the next semester, which is all that really matters. She developed a list of these books, and now what she'll do is she will go on there and purchase them when they're cheap, and she'll send them in. She'll send them in at the price she wants them to sell for. She doesn't use a repricer. To my knowledge, she might use Amazon's repricer. I'm not sure about that, but did 135,000 in the last 30 days. So she's probably well above 250,000 for the year. Yo, Romer, what's up? Says GQ Trades. What triggers do you use for Scout IQ? Okay, so for Scout IQ, when I go sourcing at a Goodwill in Tennessee, the buy cost is between $1 for paperbacks, $3 for hardcovers. I'm looking for $4 profit. If I'm spending cash, I'm looking for $4 profit at least. If I do a free book pickup, or even if I pay for books and now the books are in my possession, all said and done, the books are in my possession, I'm either going to list them on Amazon or I'm not. I will send in everything that makes me $1 profit, because even if I spend $1,000 on books, and the average buy cost per book is $2, and AcceleraList says I'm losing money by listing that book because the buy cost is $2, I'm really not losing money as long as I'm getting an Amazon payout. So for this is kind of confusing. Hopefully I'm not confusing you guys. But if you're tracking your buy cost on AcceleraList and it says you lose money for selling a $2 book, but really you're only losing negative $1, you're still getting a dollar Amazon payout. So forget what I just said. I don't know if that's confusing you guys. But if the book's in front of me, I set my triggers. I set the first 4 Scout IQ triggers to $1 profit. So we will send in anything that makes us $1 profit for the first 4 triggers. Everything, we're not going to send in a million or a 10 million ranked book that's going to make us $1 profit. So hope that makes sense. I buy out estate sales, storage auctions, garage sales, take the commons to local bookstores, keeping the best. Take the commons. What do you mean take the commons? Take your duds? That's exactly what I do. I take all my duds to McKay's, baby. Then I buy more books from there to flip. Hey Avery, I'm here, bro. That's my first subscriber. King Joe. Look, King Joe. Hope I'm saying your name right. That'd be insulting if I was saying my very first subscriber's name wrong. But King Joe 51, these are the car seats. King Joe was following my journey when I was just living in my car, traveling the country. So I still have my car seats. They are still not in my car. And thinking about doing another car trip after my apartment lease is up. I really am. Tori Littlefield, Romer is God mode. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I will take that as a compliment. I lived out of my car in storage units for 5 years in Arizona and the West, bouncing between archaeology jobs that paid for hotels half the time. Interesting. I never had the balls to live in a storage unit. That's really interesting. You lived in a storage unit. Was it AC at least, or was it not? Arizona's got to be hot. How the hell do you live in a storage unit, says Michael Cadis. Can't you get in trouble? You definitely can get in trouble. The storage unit that we work out of, you can't get in there past 10:30. So what I've been doing, and I hopefully, if Store Place, if you're watching this right now, I 100% am sorry for doing this. But email me. My email's below if you want me to stop doing it. But what I'm doing is I'll hop the fence and I'll enter the code on the other side. So if I want to work from 11 to 12 at night in my storage unit, that's how I do it. But yeah, a lot of storage units, they probably would not be okay with someone living in there. So Junkman was probably being sneaky with it. Can you talk a little bit more about the consignment deals, and are you gated and unrestricted in all books and media? Yes, I am unrestricted in all popular textbooks. I have not come across one textbook that I'm restricted in. We just got ungated in CDs and DVDs and popular music, so I'm not exactly sure if there's anything weird that I can't sell in CDs and DVDs. If you're unsure about something, go to my website, restrictedinventory.com, or email me at info@restrictedinventory.com. Email me a list of whatever you want to consign, like the ASIN or the ISBN, and I'll reply and be like, yes, I can or can't sell it. So, and what we do is we sell. You guys will get 50% of whatever Amazon pays us. So Amazon's payout minus inbound shipping fees to Amazon. I no longer charge. I used to charge for paying my lister to pack up the books, but we don't even charge prep fees anymore. So you're truly getting 50% of net profits. Are there less advantages for non-professional versus professional FBA seller account other than $1 per book? And I think it's $40 a month. You're saying $30 a month cost that I'm aware of. Greg Edson says, Greg, I think there's benefits to winning the buy box if you're a professional, but I could be wrong about that. You might be able to win buy box as a non-professional seller. They give you more business reports, so eventually you are going to want to be a professional seller. They will give you more insight. But I mean, if you're just starting out and you're selling less than 40 units a month, you probably don't need access to those reports anyway. A lot of third-party apps, AccelerList is one, I believe. I don't know if they'll give you NWS credentials. Scout IQ will, as I mentioned earlier. But if you want to use third-party apps, a lot of times you have to have NWS credentials. I don't even know what NWS credential stands for. I just know it comes with it's a complicated acronym or whatever, and it comes with being a professional account. And in order to use third-party repricing softwares, listing software, scouting softwares, you have to have them. Scout IQ will provide them for you. AccelerList might. Most of these services might provide them for you. I don't know. I haven't really looked into emailing them, but yeah, if you're selling over 40 items a month, it's a no-brainer. Become a professional seller. Keeping all my clothes and stuff in storage, not sleeping there. Okay. Gotcha. I thought you were sleeping in the storage unit. I was about to have mad respect, bro. Tori's laughing. Good motivation. I haven't cut my hair or paid my phone to put as much as possible into inventory, so being able to use Scout IQ without a pro account is super helpful. You make a strong case for jumping on social media. Yeah, guys, do it. 100%. Start posting on social media. You will not regret it. If you have insecurity about posting on social media, which is kind of why I started, I was scared to talk on camera, do it. Because we should always do what scares us. That's why I salsa dance. That's why I'm going to go swim 100 yards out in the ocean and swim 10 feet down, because I'm scared of sharks and I'm scared of deep water. It's why I set high goals. My high goals scare me. So if you're not scared of your lifestyle, you're not growing. So get after it, guys. Grow some balls. And if you're a female, I don't mean that as an insulting metaphor. I actually mean it. I mean, get some courage. Go out there and get after it. I know a lot of girls. That girl that did 135,000 in sales, she's got more balls than a lot of you guys. She had courage enough to take out a loan. She also had faith that she could do it. She ran numbers. She knew that if she bought books in the off season, she could sell them during textbook season for more. So running a business takes balls, guys. Gotta grow them. What up, bro? How long are you gonna be in Boston for? I don't know. And I don't know exactly when I'm gonna get up there. I know I'm gonna be in New York on Friday. I might do a Boston meetup like later next week. I'm not sure, but I'll probably be there for like 2-3 days maybe. Do it, bro. I'll be there to watch. Just don't get busted by security taking a damn portable shower this time. Yeah. That portable shower is dope though. I have a portable shower that I put on top of my canoe. One time I got caught showering butt naked outside of a Goodwill, behind a Goodwill. I thought I was a genius. I was like, oh, no one's gonna go behind Goodwill, and a fucking Puerto Rican in a golf cart comes speeding down, going at least 17 miles an hour towards my naked ass. And he pulls up and says, no, not today, sir. Like he knew. Like he just knew I was going to be there. And he gave me a talk on life. There's a YouTube video on that. If you guys scroll back down through my channel, I think it's titled Getting Caught Showering Butt Naked by a Puerto Rican in a Golf Cart. But yeah, you live and you learn. And I'm a lot more mature now. I don't get caught taking showers. I found better places to take them. In the woods is pretty good. In National Forest. So... and I think that's legal, actually, because it's not public nudity, is it? What up, Avery? Says, bye, Choate386. What's going on? You can apply to be ungated with pro. That's also a pro of being pro. I did not know that. You should learn retail arbitrage, same system, just different items. Bearded Picker has good videos. I don't have any interest in that right now. As I keep saying, I have enough books. I'm getting enough inventory of books. And until I master books 100%, I'm not going to branch out at all. That's okay. We can grow balls, says homesick Kylie Amy wife. That's right. That's damn right you can. Michael Cade says, haha, not today, sir. Yeah. He told my ass. Guys, let's get some more questions in here. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off. Junkman says he was patrolling for dumpster divers behind Goodwill. Probably. I've never gotten into that. I know a lot of people are crushing it with the dumpster dive hustle where they pull. I don't even know what they get out of. They just find like items they can flip. But I've never done that either. Will you be in Atlanta next month? Guys, the Turn a Page event is next month in Atlanta, Georgia. And like I keep saying, like I've had so much ROI just from networking with other booksellers, other entrepreneurs. And I've done it at all these events. I used to pay, I think it's $200 to go. And now I'm a speaker at the events because I networked my dick off so hard and I work so hard that they respect me enough to come talk and give my 2 cents on my book business. So that's awesome. Definitely check that out. Grady says, shout out to you, brother. Much love from Chattanooga. Hell yeah. You guys got a good McKay's down there. Should I sell my car? McKay's is a bookstore, by the way. I'm wearing swag from their from the store. Should I sell my car for a van for road trip sourcing? If you can do it without losing too much money, yes. But I did my whole road trip out of my Toyota Corolla with the power of FBA. Through the power of FBA, we don't need a lot of space. We just get good books and we can pack them up and ship them to Amazon. So space is not really an issue. Carter says, how many books would you pull from a store you consider good, and how many from one that is bad/okay? Depends on how many scans you get. A good store is going to be above 10% acceptance rate. That's pretty damn good. A bad store is going to be below 4% acceptance rate. Most stores are in between. So just do the math. If you get 1,000 scans in a store, a good one you'll pull 100. A bad one you'll pull 30. About some are going to be really bad. Some you only get 1% acceptance rate. Video sponsored by McKay's. No, it is not. But if you guys want to sponsor me, I wear your hoodies shirtless, so women like Katie Reeds get to see all this, and they get to see your logo on there. So if you guys respect that hustle, slide in my DMs on Instagram. I'm willing to do videos for a minimum of $1,000 sponsorship for each one. So just so you guys know, McKay's. And I appreciate all the books you allow me to hustle from you guys. Hey Romer, thanks for the great info, man. Real quick, I realize you're not interested in other products. However, at what point in your sales did you notice that you were ungated in other products? Or have you bothered in looking into this? So I realized I was ungated in other products when other people were gated in other products. I'm not ungated in a lot, but for whatever reason, I'm ungated in textbooks. I think it's because I sold my first textbook in college like 4 years ago, so I think I kind of got like grandfathered in or something. And then I realized that other resellers are gated. I kept seeing people on Facebook post, and my other reseller friends were gated, and I was like, you know what, I could make this service for people and sell their textbooks for them. And then as far as like CDs and DVDs go, and like any other brand in general, you can request to get ungated in those, and there's a process to getting ungated. So Balta says, what sales rank do you want for consigned books? I get this question a lot, and I trust that resellers are sending me good ranked books. However, we're not going to list a book that's not going to make us profit, because it's not going to help you and it's not going to help me. We're not going to list books over $3 million that don't have, if they're like less than $2 profit over $3 million rank, I'm not going to have my listers sell it. But other than that, send us whatever you got. And as resellers, you should know if it has sales history or not. And if it doesn't, we're going to double check it. And since you guys paid for inbound shipping, it's not a huge loss on our end. It's a loss for you. So really, you should become familiar with what's going to sell and what kind of profit is it going to sell for. I recommend people don't send me anything less than $4 profit, just because it probably wouldn't make sense for you on your end to ship something to me, because you got to pay for shipping to me, and then we're going to pay for shipping to Amazon. So $4 profit's probably a good floor. but my listers they're going to send in anything that makes us profit, period. Just not high rank stuff. If I send you restricted textbooks in the off season, are you pricing them for peak prices? No, we're not. Right now we're pricing them to sell, and we might make changes to that in the future. But right now we're pricing them to sell. We're just trying to move books as fast as possible, matching the buy box. For road trips, would you recommend bringing a dymo or paying for labeling? Do you pay for labeling while you're on road trips? In the description below is going to be my 10x listing method. And I personally, my time is so valuable to me that I don't even want to label my books. And the method I use with the 10x listing method, you can list like 200 books an hour if you do it right. And if I was to label those books, I'd probably only be able to list 60 an hour at fastest. So I personally have Amazon label it for me. But Caleb Roth, who is a very, very smart man, labels his books still to this day. And he's got 3, 4, 10 times as many sales as I do. So that just shows he comes from a different state of mind than I do. But you save 20 cents a book, which adds up pretty fast. So it may be worth it if you do the 10x listing method. Part of that method is having Amazon label the books for you. So, and then a lot of times I'll print shipping labels at UPS. So I'll go to UPS and I'll just pay them to print off the shipping labels for me. So I don't really bring any equipment except for my scanner and my phone. To give context, and yes, I said scanner and phone, and I intentionally did not say laptop because I will send all the ISBNs to my virtual assistant, and in the 10x listing method, I go over how I train her to make the shipment for me. So, to give context, on my first FBA shipment, roughly 240 books, and have about 16 by 16 by 17 boxes and some 15 by 12 by 10. Which would you use? At 15 by 12 by 10, definitely. 16 by 16 by 17 that's about the size of a medium-sized Home Depot box. Which, if you guys are going to be lifting medium-sized Home Depot boxes consistently, your body's going to start looking like this. You see that? I don't know if the light's coming in good, but guys, I'm ripped just from lifting medium-sized Home Depot boxes. But I 100% don't want you to misinterpret me. Don't use them if you don't have to. I'm using medium-sized Home Depot boxes because I'm clearing out, someone's house, or I just bought out an Amazon seller, and they, for whatever reason, they filled up. I just got 30,000 books all in medium-sized Home Depot boxes, and it was such a pain in the ass. The ideal size is a 12 by 16 by 12 Home Depot box, which is a small Home Depot box. If you use 16 by 16 by 17, not only are you not going to be able to ship them to Amazon because they will be over 50 pounds, which is that's the maximum weight limit to send books to Amazon is 50 pounds. So 16 by 16 by 17 boxes are not going to be good for books. It's going to weigh like 140 pounds when you fill that up. 15 by 12 by 10, that's a pretty good size. You're probably going to have trouble filling that up to above 30, maybe 40 pounds. But if you can consistently fill that 15 by 12 by 10 up to about 30, 35 pounds, that's about when the shipping rate per pound levels off. You'll start getting about 20 cents per pound at that weight. So you want to get your box at least to that much. So to answer your question, the smaller box will do better. I've heard that once you pass a certain sales volume, you can be engaged in many different things. I've heard that too. I don't think it's true. Maybe it is. I know people who have done millions of sales a year, and they're not ungated in anything crazy. Those are book guys, though. It might be different with retail arbitrage, and what might happen, you guys might be drawing a conclusion, because I sound like I'm in college again. In psychology class and in physics class, we learned that correlation does not equal causation. What do I mean by this? If I wake up and the sun comes up, and I do that 10 times in a row, does that mean I woke up, therefore the sun rose because I woke up? So if I don't wake up, the sun won't rise? No, obviously it doesn't. So correlation does not equal causation. An increase in sales volume comes also with an increase in growth in your business, which also comes with a bunch of other things, including being auto ungated, trying like if you have $1 million in sales from retail arbitrage, you've probably tried to get ungated in many different things. So just from being in business longer, there's a lot more things that happen that come with sales volume. So I'm not sure if it's a sales volume that is the cause of that being auto ungated. And I'm just saying that because I literally have looked at $1 million Amazon sellers accounts and they're not ungated in anything special. But again, almost everyone I talk to is book guys. So that's coming from a book guy, a book business perspective. For cost per unit on Gaylords, do you simplify and divide only the books shipped in amount paid? For cost per unit on Gaylords, do you simplify and divide only the books shipped in? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, shipped into Amazon. You could do that for buy cost. I believe that's a good way to track buy cost. Yeah. When it comes to taxes, that stuff gets complicated because then if you monetize the duds, well, it's like, what did you pay for the duds? Because you've already factored in all the buy costs for the Amazon books. So I'm not the best person to ask those tax questions to. I write off inventory costs from all the transactions on my credit card. So at the end of the year, we're going to look at my credit card and I'm going to be like, yep, this is how much we spent on inventory. I don't even use the inventory cost from the tracking spreadsheet that I abdicate so much. We actually find the inventory cost from all my transactions. Hey, I got a question, says Mike Cadis. If a buy box price is way too unrealistically high, do you still price that buy box, or will you I will undercut someone. If the buy box is at $900 for a $100 book, I'll 100% undercut them. I might drop it back to its market value of 100, or I might take my chances at 150, but I'm certainly not going to price it, at 900 just because some idiot doesn't know how to work a repricer. And that some idiot not knowing how to work a repricer is probably me on a lot of listings because I don't have that shit down to a science either. Amazon makes it really difficult for us to really get books priced correctly via a repricer because they limit how much data we can see as FBA sellers. GXLD the 9th says, do you miss the wrestling days 100% every single day? If you guys don't know, I wrestled. You can see my ears are fat and gnarly. I miss wrestling so damn much. But now my life is books and salsa dancing. So it's time to turn the page on that one, no pun intended. And I may coach wrestling in my later years, but not right now. Right now I have to focus on scaling the fuck out of this book business. Forgive my language. I'm kind of fired up on this coffee right now. And I'm fired up. My testosterone just bumped up 2 units because I'm talking about wrestling now. So 100% miss wrestling. I think about wrestling every single day of my life. What are some of your favorite podcasts? Joe Rogan is my #1 favorite podcast. After that, probably Tim Ferriss. After that, anything by Jordan Peterson. Really like his stuff. Not really a podcast so much, though. He gives more talks. Yeah, those are my main podcasts that I like. Jocko Willink is also good. Appreciate the info. Thanks for your time. Appreciate you, Balta. Laugh out loud. You hit it spot on. It was a medium-sized box. Thanks for the insights and help, my man. Looking forward to continuing to follow your story and see your progress. I 100% appreciate you, Grady Williams. One of these days, I'm going to say I 95% appreciate you. But for now, I 100% appreciate you. 100% of my soul appreciates your comments and your attention on this video. It's Gold 13 and it's Ladarius. I hope you're living well, brother. I had a feeling it was you because I think that's your social media name. So that guy that just commented, he's actually one of my... I didn't coach you, Ladarius. I felt like I coached you, though. You were on my team in high school. But he was an athlete, but I always whooped that ass on the mat, unfortunately, for Ladarius. But strong kid. I see you with your kids out there. You're a grown-ass man now. You got more facial hair than I do. But anyway, much love, brother. Can we expect how the salsa videos, can we expect how-to salsa videos in the future? I don't know, maybe. I don't even know if that would resonate that well with my audience. I might make a separate YouTube channel for it, but right now I'm still got a lot of white boy genetics that I got to work through. Still got a lot of work to do, so not now. But you will see my progress video, so you will see over time how I progress. You'll see my book business and my salsa moves increase. Again, does correlation equal causation in this case? The better I get at salsa, does that mean it's probably inversely related, because the more time I spend on salsa, the less time I spend on my book business. But you will see both those things go up at the same time. Ladarius coming in with another question. Do you have any advice for reselling items on the internet? I want to get into selling fashion. Yeah. So what I would do if I were you, Ladarius, go to Instagram, type in reseller community, and follow a lot of those people. Find a mentor slash someone just willing to talk about it. Reach out to everyone in the community, and there's a lot of people crushing it selling clothes. Type in Poshmark, I think, hashtag Poshmark, hashtag Mercari. Start networking with those people. Find someone you like on YouTube, learn from them, and yeah, there's a ton of potential out there, brother. Quick question. What's a good course on books, where to start books besides following your videos? I think a good course, the course I'm going to recommend right now, is my buddy Caleb Roth. I don't have a book course yet. I plan on making a book course at the end of this year after I reach my 500,000 sales goal, and it's going to be called 0 to 500K. But right now, go to thebookflipper.com, and he's got a whole course on there. I think it's $100. And he's a super smart guy. He's also got so much free content, guys. I learned just from watching Reezy Resells, Caleb Roth, and networking. I went to these events. I went to the Turn the Page events. I DM'd people like crazy. I DM'd the Book Flipper 1,122 times before I got my first response. No, I'm just kidding. I did DM him a lot. Learned a lot from him, and yeah, shoot me DMs, guys. Be that guy to me, and learn. Most importantly, take action. That's the most important thing. Take action and ask when needed. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you tuning in this video. Much love. Like, comment, subscribe. If you're tired of this bullshit, dislike this video and tell me, I don't like it. And yeah, see you guys.